Anna and Mark fell in love during their vibrant college years. It was a time painted in the golden hues of late afternoon sun on the campus quad, a time of boundless optimism. They didn't just share classes, they shared a vision for the future, sketching out their lives in dog-eared notebooks, convinced their shared passion was the only currency they'd ever need. Their pockets were light, their dreams heavy. They subsisted on instant noodles and part-time jobs, but it felt romantic, a temporary chapter before the real story began. The weight of their dreams wasn't a burden, it was a balloon, lifting them, filled with plans for a creative business, travels to distant continents, and a home filled with art and laughter. Underneath a sprawling oak tree, the unofficial landmark of their university, they pledged honesty, mutual support, and a love that felt unbreakable. They promised to face everything together as a team. It was an easy promise to make when the only challenges were final exams and finding a quiet table at the library. Their future was a canvas of pure hope and ambition. Then the abstract future became the concrete present. Graduation caps were replaced by a stack of bills on the kitchen counter. The poetic idea of a shared life met the unpoetic reality of a shared bank account. Student loans, the first month's rent on a tiny apartment, car insurance. Each envelope felt like a small tear in the canvas they had so carefully imagined. Monthly bills, rising rent, and the slow, silent creep of credit card debt began to test their bond in ways they never anticipated. The numbers on the statements didn't just represent money, they represented a fundamental question they hadn't thought to ask. Will we be okay? The fear for their security began to cast a long shadow. They avoided the elephant in the room, hoping it would simply vanish. They talked about everything else, work, friends, what to watch on TV, but a perimeter of silence was drawn around their finances. They were becoming avoiders, believing that not talking about the problem would keep the peace. But silence didn't bring peace, it festered. It created a space for assumptions to grow. Mark saw a new pair of shoes Anna bought and wondered if she understood how tight things were. Anna saw Mark eating out with colleagues and felt a pang of resentment, thinking of the grocery budget. The lack of transparency was eroding their trust. Soon, whispers about spending escalated into arguments, each word laced with fear and resentment. A simple question like, "What's this charge?" felt like an accusation. The fight wasn't about a $50 dinner. It was about power and control. Who gets to decide what's a necessary expense? Who has the final say? A single late payment on their car loan shook their sense of safety to its core. The official-looking envelope with its red-stamped warning wasn't just a financial misstep, it was a symbol of their failure as a team. The security they had taken for granted felt fragile, breakable. The conflict brought their different values into sharp focus. Anna, a natural spender who valued experiences, dreamed of saving for a long-awaited trip to Italy, a way to reconnect with the joyful, adventurous spirit of their college days. But Mark, a classic saver, was consumed by the need for stability. He needed a reliable car to replace their aging, unpredictable one. Their wants, both valid and deeply felt, pulled in opposite directions. To Anna, Mark's focus on the car felt rigid and fear-based. To Mark, Anna's travel dream felt frivolous and irresponsible. They weren't just disagreeing about a car versus a vacation, they were disagreeing about what mattered most, creating memories now or building security for tomorrow. This constant friction eroded the trust and tenderness that had once been their foundation. The easy laughter was replaced by tense negotiations. The spontaneous affection was replaced by a careful distance. Their home, once a sanctuary, started to feel like a battleground of competing values. One evening, after another draining argument that left them both exhausted and sad, they looked at each other across the silent living room. They saw not an enemy, but the person they had fallen in love with. In that moment of shared pain, they realized the path they were on was leading to a dead end. They chose a different path. they decided to stop being adversaries in a battle and start being partners in a shared life project. They sat down, not to argue, but to understand. They identified their money personalities: Anna's desire for joy and experience, Mark's need for security and foresight. They weren't character flaws, they were just different approaches. By acknowledging their differences, they could finally work with them. They built a budget that honored both of their values: a dedicated savings plan for a down payment on a newer car, and a separate, untouchable fund for their Italy trip. Managing money together, with transparency and shared goals, began to strengthen their bond. Their story plays out in homes everywhere. It reveals a crucial truth: most couples don't fight about money itself. They fight about what it represents: security, trust, power, and values. Money simply exposes these deeper issues. It can divide or unite, depending entirely on teamwork and intention. Anna and Mark learned that the money talk isn't a confrontation to be avoided, but a conversation to be embraced. It's the very foundation for building a more resilient, trusting, and loving partnership. This film explores how to have that conversation, providing a roadmap with science-backed tools and actionable steps to turn financial friction into a source of strength. Money runs through nearly every decision we make, often unconsciously. From the coffee we buy in the morning to the home we return to at night, its current flows beneath the surface of our lives, shaping our days in ways both seen and unseen. It dictates the roof over our heads, the food on our table, the journeys we take, and the very shape of our future dreams. Given its profound influence, it's no wonder that money is so deeply entangled with our most powerful emotions. For some, the thought of it brings a sense of scarcity, which can manifest as persistent stress, gnawing anxiety, or even feelings of shame and guilt. For others, financial security brings a feeling of pride, safety, and accomplishment, a tangible reward for hard work and discipline. When we enter a relationship, we don't just bring our hearts, we bring our entire financial history. Two distinct pasts, two unique sets of beliefs and habits collide. This is where the friction often begins. Money becomes a symbol for something much deeper: our upbringing, our experiences with scarcity or abundance, and our core values. Our pasts write the scripts we unconsciously follow when it comes to spending and saving. This is why money consistently ranks as one of the top stressors in relationships. But here's a crucial insight: most couples don't actually fight about the dollars and cents. They fight about what those dollars and cents represent. When you peel back the layers of a financial argument, you almost always find one of four deeper issues at play. First, security. The fundamental question here is, will we be okay? A late bill isn't just a logistical problem. For one partner, it can trigger a deep-seated fear of instability, perhaps rooted in a childhood where finances were precarious. The argument isn't about the $75 fee. It's about the feeling of the ground crumbling beneath their feet. The reframe here is to move from reacting to fear to creating a proactive security plan. This means building an emergency fund together and agreeing on a baseline level of savings that helps both partners feel safe. The second issue is trust. The underlying question is, are you being honest with me? Are you hiding things? A secret purchase, no matter how small, can feel like a profound betrayal. It's not about the cost of the item. It's about the breach of an unspoken pact of transparency. This erodes the foundation of the relationship. To rebuild, couples need to establish routines of transparency. This could be a no-secrets policy for any purchase over a certain amount, or simply sharing access to all financial accounts. It's about making honesty the default setting. Third, we have power. Here, the fight is over. Who gets to decide? When one partner consistently vetoes big purchases or makes unilateral financial decisions, it creates an imbalance. The other partner can feel controlled, disrespected, and voiceless. This isn't a partnership. It's a hierarchy. The solution is to clearly define decision rights. For everyday spending, you might have individual autonomy. For larger expenses, you might agree that both partners need to say yes. And for times you can't agree, you can create a tiebreaker rule in advance. It's about sharing control. Finally, the conflict is often about values. The question is, what really matters to us? One partner might value experiences and travel, seeing money as a tool for creating memories. The other might value stability and material comfort, preferring to save for a down payment on a house. A splurge to one can feel reckless to the other. An act of saving can feel restrictive. To bridge this gap, couples can do a values mapping exercise. Each person lists their top 5 life priorities, and then you find the overlap. This helps you align your financial goals with what truly brings you both meaning. Money simply exposes these deeper issues. Understanding this is the first step toward turning conflict into connection. These conflicts are often amplified by our inherent money personalities. Most of us fall into one of 4 primary types. Understanding your own style and your partner's is like getting a user manual for your financial relationship. First, the saver. Savers are security-driven and risk-averse. They hate waste and find comfort in a growing nest egg. Their strength is creating stability and planning for the future. But their pitfall can be rigidity and anxiety, sometimes struggling to enjoy the money they've worked so hard to accumulate. For savers, it's helpful to set an enough threshold for savings goals and to intentionally schedule fun money that they are required to spend each month, guilt-free. Next is the spender. Spenders are masters of living in the moment. They enjoy life, comfort, and creating experiences for themselves and others. Their strengths are generosity and finding joy. The pitfalls, however, can be impulsivity and lifestyle creep, where their spending rises to meet or exceed their income. A great tip for spenders is to have a planned splurge category in the budget. This gives them the freedom to spend without guilt, while a 24-hour delay rule for non-essential purchases can help curb impulse buys. Third, the investor. The investor is a long-term thinker, always focused on the horizon. They are willing to make sacrifices now for greater growth later. Their strengths are vision and discipline, but their potential pitfall is neglecting the present and sometimes taking on levels of risk that make their partner uncomfortable. For investors in a relationship, it's crucial to have an explicit risk alignment talk and to create different buckets for short, medium, and long-term goals, ensuring today isn't always sacrificed for tomorrow. Finally, there's the avoider. The avoider feels overwhelmed by money, hates talking about it, and often just hopes it will all work out. Their strength, if you can call it that, is low reactivity. They don't stress about daily market fluctuations. But the pitfalls are significant. Late fees, missed opportunities, and huge financial blind spots. The key for avoiders is to start small. Automating bills and savings can be a game changer, and scheduling brief, 10-minute micro check-ins with a partner makes the topic less intimidating. Most relationship conflict happens when two opposites pair up, like a saver and a spender, and never talk about their differences. Unexamined, these differences breed resentment, but when understood, they can become a source of balance and strength. So how do you move from financial differences to financial teamwork? The journey from opposition to collaboration can be broken down into a simple 3-step playbook. First, identify your styles and triggers. Talk openly about which money personalities you both identify with. Discuss what financial behaviors from your past or from your partner cause you stress. This isn't about blame, it's about understanding. Second, agree on shared guardrails. This is where you build your team's rulebook. It includes creating a budget that works for both of you, setting aside dedicated, fun money for each partner to spend autonomously, and establishing clear thresholds for decisions. For example, any purchase over $200 requires a joint conversation. These guardrails provide freedom within a structure that feels safe for everyone. And third, ritualize connection. Don't wait for a problem to talk about money. Schedule a weekly 15-minute check-in to review upcoming expenses or a monthly money date to look at the bigger picture. This transforms money talk from a stressful, reactive event into a proactive, collaborative routine. It trains the essential muscles of communication, listening, empathy, and compromise. When you commit to this process, something incredible happens. Financial health becomes relational health. By sharing power, distributing responsibility, and building trust, you turn money from a potential weapon into a powerful tool for building a life together with intention. A common source of strife becomes a profound source of unity and strength. Across incomes and backgrounds, couples hit the same obstacles. Often, little talk, big tension. No budget leads to impulse, then stress. Overly strict budgets create deprivation and fights over small stuff. A healthy budget is a neutral roadmap. It clarifies reality and empowers both partners. Different habits are common. One saves for security, one spends for joy. Roots run back to family attitudes and past hardships. Without empathy, savers see carelessness, spenders see control. Small daily treats can feel like big betrayals. Security, happiness, status, experiences. Your philosophy drives choices. Unspoken beliefs build walls. Open dialogue breaks walls down. Find middle ground that honors both. Sole control or income gaps can create unhealthy imbalances. Dependence undermines partnership. Healthy couples share decisions and responsibilities. Respect, value, equality, on purpose. While personal stories of financial harmony are inspiring, it's natural to wonder, is this just anecdotal, or is there a proven scientific link between how a couple handles money and the health of their relationship? Beyond stories, research offers a beacon of hope, providing a solid foundation for what many couples discover intuitively. The data confirms that financial intimacy isn't just a nice idea. It's a measurable, powerful force in a partnership. A key study in the Journal of Family and Economic Issues delivers clarity on this very topic. This isn't just a one-off survey, it's a longitudinal study, which is the gold standard in this kind of research. Why? Because it doesn't just take a snapshot in time. Instead, it follows the same people over an extended period, allowing researchers to observe how their behaviors and feelings change and influence each other. The study's primary finding was unambiguous. Couples who actively collaborate on finances report stronger, more satisfying relationships. This wasn't a small correlation. The link was significant. The act of working together on money matters wasn't just a chore they completed. It was an activity that actively fortified their bond. To get these results, they tracked real couples over time. The researchers didn't just ask them to fill out a questionnaire once. They checked in with them repeatedly, gathering data on their financial habits, their communication styles, and their overall feelings about their partnership. This method allowed them to see cause and effect in action, moving beyond simple correlation to understand the dynamics at play. They studied the nitty-gritty details, the tone of their conversations about bills, the process they used for budgeting, and how they navigated big decisions like buying a car or planning for retirement. Were discussions calm and collaborative, or tense and confrontational? Did one person dictate the budget, or was it a joint creation? These micro-interactions were the core of the data. The results were compelling. The data painted a clear picture. As a couple's financial collaboration increased, so did their reported levels of happiness and stability. The graph lines for financial teamwork and relationship satisfaction moved in lockstep, providing powerful visual evidence of the connection. In scientific terms, shared money management predicts relationship health. This means that by observing how a couple manages their money, researchers could predict with a surprising degree of accuracy how healthy and happy that relationship would be in the future. It's a leading indicator, not a lagging one. It doesn't just reflect a good relationship, it helps create one. So what does this shared management look like in practice? The study identified key behaviors. Things like creating and reviewing budgets together, holding regular goal check-ins, and making joint choices on significant purchases. These actions are the building blocks. They systematically build trust, because there are no secrets. They build communication, because you have to talk. And they build satisfaction, because you're achieving things together. When interviewed, these couples describe themselves as a team facing shared problems. Instead of "my debt" or "your spending," the language shifts to "our plan" and "our goals." This isn't just semantics, it's a profound psychological shift. A bill isn't a source of blame, it's a challenge the team needs to solve. A savings goal isn't one person's dream, it's a shared mission. Through this process of teamwork, unity and respect grow. Respect for each other's perspectives, even when they differ. And a deep-seated unity that comes from knowing you have a partner who has your back, not just emotionally, but financially. This creates a powerful sense of security that permeates the entire relationship. What's fascinating is that the research showed the daily and weekly habits matter as much as the big outcomes. The simple ritual of a 15-minute weekly check-in had a more significant impact on relationship satisfaction than the actual amount of money saved. It's the consistency of the connection that builds the muscle of intimacy. The successful formula is simple. Plan, adjust, repeat. Together. You create a plan, you live it for a week or a month, you see what worked and what didn't, and you adjust. This iterative process removes the pressure of creating a perfect budget from day one. It becomes a living document that evolves with you, and the act of evolving it together is where the magic happens. Ultimately, the science is clear. Transparency, trust, and teamwork in money are pillars of emotional intimacy. When you open up your finances to your partner, you are demonstrating vulnerability and trust at a profound level. You're saying, "This is me, all of me. Let's build our life together." This act of radical transparency dismantles the walls that secrecy and shame can build. It deepens the bond in a way few other things can. Suddenly, money conversations are no longer the third rail of the relationship. They transform from a source of anxiety into a source of connection, a regular opportunity to align on your shared vision for the future and celebrate your progress. This evidence gives reluctant couples a powerful, logical reason to try. If you've been avoiding the money talk because you're afraid of conflict, this research reframes the entire endeavor. It's not about risking a fight. It's about taking a scientifically backed step to strengthen your relationship for the long term. Through this lens, budgeting becomes a pro-relationship ritual. It's no longer a restrictive chore, but a dedicated time to connect with your partner, to dream together, and to reaffirm that you are a team. It's a weekly or monthly date with your shared future. The research confirms a beautiful truth. The path to stronger finances and the path to a stronger love are one and the same. You don't have to choose between financial health and relational health. By pursuing one, you are actively building the other. Every dollar you budget together is an investment in your portfolio and your partnership. It all begins with the decision to work together. It's a choice to turn towards each other, to open the books, and to start the conversation, no matter how messy or imperfect it may be at first. The science promises that it's a decision that pays dividends in both wealth and love. At their lowest, Anna and Mark faced yet another credit card argument. The air was thick with unspoken worry. One brave act, placing the numbers between them. Tension broke. They saw not enemies, but a shared problem. A quiet shift began. Let's just try to figure this out, together. Fragile, but real. A basic budget, for clarity, not restriction. A weekly check-in. No secret spending, no hidden accounts. Transparency dismantles suspicion. Shared intention brought calm. Stability followed. Co-creating a plan replaces chaos with agency. They shaped their destiny, not just reacted. Their financial Cold War ended. A true partnership began. Begin with kindness and purpose. Use a soft startup. Say, "I've been worried about our savings and I'd love to make a plan with you." Agree on 2 to 3 goals that excite you both. Home, debt freedom, anniversary trip, your call. Make goals visible to turn budgeting into a shared journey. Small wins often. Use broad categories, not dozens of lines. Clarity beats perfection. The best system is the one you can maintain. Consistency over complexity. Divide tasks by strengths, not 50-50. Equitable feels fair. Agree on monthly personal fun money, no questions asked. Freedom reduces petty fights. Brief weekly check-ins keep you aligned and connected. Review, adjust, celebrate. Lead with curiosity. Speak with care. Budgeting without fights is about connection. Lena and Sam felt unprepared to buy a home. They set a clear target together, a dedicated high-yield account, progress on autopilot. Saving became a shared project and a bonding ritual. Teamwork you can see. Maya sought security. Tom cherished spontaneity. Each got $150 a month, no oversight. Goals met and freedom honored. Conflict diffused. An unintentional power imbalance grew. They chose equal access and weekly money dates. Inclusion built confidence and trust. Partnership restored. The strategy flexes to fit you. Common thread. Shift from me to we. Small, practical tools reduce triggers. Money talks become unifying moments. Financial harmony creates a positive ripple across your relationship. It touches everything. You practice communication, fears, hopes, values. You really hear each other. Transparency says, "I trust you, and you can trust me." Each follow-through adds a brick. Safety grows, anxiety falls. Same team, on money and life. Shared goals rekindle joy. You co-create your future. Progress becomes shared pride. Accomplishment together. Money shifts from wedge to glue. Not a scorecard, but a shared resource. A small mental shift transforms conflict into resilience and intimacy. Closer, stronger. Financial harmony isn't the finish line. It's a catalyst for a loving, enduring partnership. Love and money are intertwined. Money can test you or make you more resilient. Research shows collaborative money management strengthens partnerships. Change begins with one conversation. At a simple table, choose partnership over conflict. Open communication, shared goals. Make a plan and a simple budget. Hold brief weekly check-ins. Divide tasks fairly. Add a personal fun fund. Speak with kindness and curiosity. Get a coach if stuck. Pick one manageable action today. Try a 10-minute dream talk. Draft a one-pager. Adopt one rule that cuts friction. Small wins compound into lasting change. Courage to start, lets love flourish. Share your story in the comments. What rule or habit helped you both? What challenges have you overcome? Let's build financial harmony together. Start small. Start today. Check out our other relationship tips videos next.